Hello, 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 ladies and gentlemen. I apologize. Um, I'm sick again. And I'm really, really hoping it's not COVID. But not a better time to get sick than when the All-Star break's happening and we have a week off. So pretty good timing to definitely get sick. But I apologize for not answering questions on Reddit and stuff like that. I've just been not feeling good, man. Just not feeling good. We'll see tomorrow. Usually on the first day I'm sick, it's just kind of mediocre, and then the second day is when I get absolutely murked. So tomorrow will be the true test on how sick I'm gonna be, but it's not looking good right now. It's not looking good. But if you don't know who I am, my name's Shook. I make videos for NBA. I make videos for NFL. All of these videos get posted on this subreddit called DF Sports. You can find my username here, Shook. I post updates with all the news that comes out. Today, I just couldn't do all of it. I was too sick. Still too sick. Pretty surprised I'm making a video right now, but I got bored. You can talk strategy here. People ask me questions. I will try to respond to you um, as much as I can. Hopefully, I'm feeling a little bit better tomorrow, but if I get worse, probably not going to be able to make updates tomorrow and stuff like that. But we'll see. But yeah, check that out. And then if Discord is something you're interested in, I'll have a link to that down below. And if you ever need to get a hold of me, you can do so on Twitter at Tori Langley 1992. So let's take a look at my lineup from tonight. And I made a pivot that's going to cost me the cash. Um, so in Discord, I knew trades were going to happen today. I knew Conley, Beasley, Vanderbilt, or D'Angelo Russell. I thought that the Timberwolves were going to make a trade, and I thought the Jazz were going to make a trade. I thought at least one of those teams were going to make a trade. So I was extremely, extremely, extremely high on the on Jalen Noel. As you can see here, I told everyone start your builds with Noel. He is completely worth the risk if the D'Lo trade goes through. Maybe leave some salary to swap to Sexton if they don't. Also, a good chance Sexton becomes an elite value play. And then yeah, just being in Discord is a huge perk. I do a ton of research on stuff like this. So I told everyone leave room for Jalen Noel, leave room for Sexton. Unfortunately for me, I actually had Anthony Edwards and Jalen Noel in my lineup, and then once Rudy Gobert got ruled out, I went to Naz Reid and Paul George. Gonna cost me the cash tonight. But I thought Naz Reid was the clear priority without Rudy Gobert, so I probably would have made that swap regardless. So can't feel too bad about it, but gonna be some huge nights in the Discord. We have people sweating. Um, gonna be some huge nights in the Discord that I'm seeing. We have people in first place in a bunch of GPPs because people got to Sexton, people got to Naz Reid, people got to Jalen Noel, people played Anthony Edwards. We were all over the trade deadline stuff in Discord. So that's what you get by joining. You probably have an edge by doing that, but completely up to you. So yeah, my lineup tonight, like I said, I had Noel and I had Anthony Edwards here. I swapped to Nas and Paul George. I thought that was the correct decision. The core that I have for today was Karis LeVert, he smashed. Gabe Vincent, he smashed. Jalen Noel, he smashed. I told everyone I was going to go to Naz Reid if they had room to get to Naz Reid to get him in your lineup. A lot of people didn't have room, so they kept Noel. Blessing in disguise. He absolutely broke the slate. And then I had Jordan Poole as a core play as well, and he's absolutely smashing. But I had to get off Jordan Poole to fit Jalen Noel. So that's what I did. I thought it was a priority. So, um, yeah. So, hope you all had a good night tonight. Like I said, going to be some massive nights in the Discord tonight, I think. And we got a small 4 game slate for tomorrow. So, make sure you're going to be able to be on your phone, stuff like that for tomorrow. Trade deadline, stuff could happen. I don't really know if anyone's on the trade block really on this slate, but anything could happen. Like, I think Collins could get shipped. I don't know if any other teams are really shipping anyone though, or would be in the argument of shipping anyone. Don't think the Lakers will, obviously. Don't think Brooklyn will, obviously. Don't think Chicago will. I think really the only guy that I think could get shipped is John Collins. On Phoenix, I'm not entirely sure there, but let's go over the slate. So I don't know why Jokic's price went down. It just makes no sense to me. So solid spot. By the way, I'm gonna make this video quick. I'm just not feeling good, but okay spot up against Orlando. I think point per dollar, he looks like the best spend up on the slate. Jamal Murray, we have questionable. If he plays, I like him. They're just running such a tight rotation right now with him, and he's been playing extremely well. So, like both the top two guys, if Murray plays, I'm not going to go to anyone else, though, if Jamal Murray's in. Like, Gordon takes a backseat, MPJ takes a backseat. Bruce Brown would still be playable. He probably plays like low 20s minutes, but would be overpriced. KCP will always get minutes, but very, very reliant on scoring. I feel like he got injured or something. What happened? Don't love it. Don't hate it. Bones in the doghouse. He'll probably get traded tomorrow. We'll see. But yeah, if Jamal Murray's in, it's just Jokic and Murray, who I think look like pretty good plays. But if Murray's out, then I think Jokic looks amazing. I think Bruce Brown looks like one of the best value plays on the slate at 4.9K. Then you're going to get Booster Gordon and PJ, who I think would be firmly in play at their respective prices. And then you're probably going to get Ish Smith get the backup point, and I think would be in solid value play actually at 3.2K. He definitely got bailed out by the blowout here, but if we're going to get 18 to 20 minutes from Ish Smith at this price tag and we don't have value on the slate, I think that's pretty solid to me in my opinion. So like Ish Smith, like Bruce Brown a lot, and then Gordon, Murray are playable if Murray's out. Or sorry, Gordon and PJ. So Orlando, it's a tough spot here. I don't have too much interest in this team. Like Banchero's been really, really struggling of late. Been struggling shooting the ball. The minutes aren't as high as they were a few days ago or like a week ago. So just a tournament only option for me. Franz, I think, is the easiest to get to of the top guys, but once again, I really don't think he is a ceiling. I don't like the spot for Wendell Carter Jr., so I'll probably pass there. Markel Fultz always has a ceiling, but a very, very low floor. Seems okay. Cole Anthony losing minutes to Suggs, so hard to go to Cole. Suggs, I think, is fine at 3.5K. Good point per minute guy. Probably plays 20 minutes. I think you could definitely do worse for value. So I think Suggs is completely fine. If Gary Harris is out, I would like Suggs quite a bit, actually. I think there's a small chance they could actually start Suggs. Let me just make sure. Yeah, I think there would be a small chance that they could actually start Suggs here. I don't think so, though. I would assume they just go to, I don't know who they would go to. Terrence Ross, maybe. Or they can go bigger. I really don't know what they would do if Gary Harris is out. Terrence Ross would be my guess, but they could always go bigger. So keep an eye on the Gary Harris news. Could open up some value, but I think Jalen Suggs might play a little bit more from it, but I think he's a fine value regardless. And then whoever starts, like if Terrence Ross starts at the flat mid, he's playable, but he's been out of the rotation of late, so really hard to trust that. So yeah, would only play Terrence Ross if he starts, and then I don't even know how much he would play. On to Phoenix, we have Booker, Payne, Shamet, Crowder, all still out. I think Ayton looks like a fine contrarian play. Don't love the matchup, but he's going to have to do a ton for this team. With no Booker, he definitely gets a usage bump as well. So I think Ayton's solid. I think Chris Paul at 7.3K is just too cheap. Don't understand what Draftkings is doing with this price tag. So he's going to be one of the highest owned plays on the slate tomorrow. He looks absolutely amazing. Bridges, now that the price went down, I have no issues if you want to go there. Seems like a pretty safe play to me, especially with Booker out. So, like Bridges, like Paul, like Ayton. Cam seems priced about right. Does have a ceiling if he's hitting his shots. No issues if you want to go there. Torrey Craig probably gets a boost. Probably plays mid 20s minutes, a fine value. Low usage guy though, and that'll do it for Phoenix. Let's move on to Atlanta. So it's a tough spot here, but I kind of like Trae Young. The price just seems too cheap for me, in my opinion. Probably get you a double double. Probably going to play huge minutes as long as this game stays close. So you're going to see a huge, like, 70-point game when he hits his shots and goes for close to a triple double here. So I like Trae for GPPs. When you have Murray so close in price to Trae, I'd much rather just play Trae. Keep an eye on the Collins trade block nonsense. Capella probably plays mid 20s minutes. Don't like the spot. Just a tournament only play for me. Bog had a big game last game, but seems like kind of an outlier with DeJounte Murray back, but he's always playable. John Collins, if he plays, probably plays around 30 minutes. Definitely do have interest at 5.2K. This price tag does seem too cheap if he plays. So, like Collins, if he plays. Hunter, just there for me, plays huge minutes, but more out there for his defense. And Okongwu will play the backup 5. He'll probably play around 20 minutes. I think he's perfectly fine for value. Once again, there's not a lot of value on the slate. So we have DeMar, questionable. We have Patrick Williams, probable. And we have Alex Caruso, probable. So if DeMar's in, there's not much here. Like Vooch, DeRozan, Levine, they're all fine contrarian plays. Patrick Williams would be overpriced. The guards would just be filler plays. Like you can definitely still get to a Caruso or an Io, but they wouldn't look as appealing with DeMar out. Derek Jones Jr. would be out of play, so yeah, going to be a more appealing team if DeMar's out. If DeMar's out, then I really like Vooch. I really like Levine. They're both going to play huge minutes. Brooklyn's been getting killed by centers, so give the slight lean to Vooch, but would really like both. And then Patrick Williams would be in play at 4.8K. He gets a usage bump, but still a low usage guy. And then I would like the guards, like Io, Caruso, Kobe. They're all going to get a minutes bump. Kobe, the best point per minute guy between the three. He'll play the least, though. Caruso, the middling point per minute guy between, or the second best point per minute guy between the three. Or him and Io are close, but he'll play low to mid 20s minutes. Io will probably play the most out of the three, but he's also the least productive in my opinion. But I think all three of the guards would be solid if DeMar DeRozan's out, and then you can consider Derek Jones Jr., but didn't play as much as I thought he was going to play. And yeah, I'll mention Andre Drummond. He'll get the backup 5. No issues if you want to go there either. So yeah. Let's go to Brooklyn, and we have Dinwiddie, we have Dorian Finney-Smith. They're going to be available for this team. So Dinwiddie at this price tag, we're going to have to monitor if he's going to be on like some type of minutes restriction. I know Kyrie Irving, they said he was going to be limited to like 32 minutes tonight. We'll see. But if he has like a solid role here, I think it's fine to take a shot on for GPPs just because he'll probably be really, really low owned. So if you want to go after Dinwiddie, well, no one goes to him and just hope he has a very, very high usage rate on this team, which I would assume he would with no Kevin Durant, but we'll see. So I think it's an interesting GPP play. Cam Thomas, I think, is overpriced now with now that we have Dinwiddie, we have Ben Simmons, we have Dorian Finney-Smith. So I'll gladly pass on Cam Thomas, but if you want to keep riding the hot streak, I wouldn't hate you for it. I feel like he'll go over owned at that price tag. Claxton, Hope also play massive, massive minutes. I think he makes for a pretty safe play at that price. Ben still on the limit, so it's hard to go there. Dorian, think feels overpriced, and then Summer is out of play. T.J. Warren out of play. Joe Harris definitely out of play. Royce out of play for me. So just the main guys for Brooklyn outside of Ben Simmons. And yeah, really good spot here from Milwaukee. We have Giannis probable. We have Brook probable. We have Bobby Portis out. Joe Ingles out. So if you have the salary for Giannis, I think he makes for a good spend up. I think I like Jokic for $1,300 less. But if you want to go there, I wouldn't hate you for it. I think if you're fading Giannis, it definitely makes sense to play Drew Holiday. I really like Drew Holiday for GPPs tomorrow. Sub 8K price tag, one of the best possible matchups in the league for point guards, pace up spots. So I think Drew looks great for GPPs. Brolo, I don't like the spot at all going up against AD, but fine. Chris Middleton played 22 minutes last game. He'll run the second unit. It was also a blowout, got pulled early. So if we're going to get over 22 minutes for Middleton, say we get like 25 at 5.5K, I think that's perfectly fine if you want to do it. Ingles out doesn't really change much for me. Probably more minutes for guys like Grayson, stuff like that. I don't think we need to go there on the slate. But Connaughton's overpriced for me. So, yeah. On to the Lakers. So, big trade today. They got D'Lo, they got Beasley, they got, I forget who they got. I know D'Lo. Not sure about anyone else, though. But we have LeBron, questionable. He's going to play. We have Anthony Davis, probable. So, I expect D'Lo not going to be able to play here. We obviously have Westbrook out. He got traded. And, yeah, so it's a really tough spot here. LeBron, a fine contrarian play for me. Anthony Davis, I think, is a fine contrarian play for me. I think the main boost with no Westbrook is going to be Dennis Schroeder. I think they're going to have to ask him to play a absolute boatload of minutes in this game. So I have some interest in Schroeder. I think he's fine, solid to fine. I think they're going to have to ask him to play huge minutes here. Austin Reeves might get a bump, but he only played 7 minutes last game. I believe he came back from hamstring, which I probably don't want to mess with that. Patrick Beverly is probably going to play more, but it's Patrick Beverly. Lonnie Walker might play a little bit more. Fine dart throw at 3.1K. So, yeah. But for me on the Lakers, it's more so Schroeder and the top two guys. So that'll do it. I hope you guys had a great night tonight, and hopefully I'll be able to talk to you guys tomorrow.